Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can probably tell by the title of this video, Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which is I think about £26, has some beef with the Makeup Revolution Concealer, which is £4. 26, £4. And why is everyone comparing these two? Well, they look similar enough and the claims are similar enough, so it's only right that I actually put them both to the test. Before I jump in with my demo, my thoughts, my review, and all of that, I just want to let you know that I've not watched a comparison video or a review on this new concealer video at all. I promise you that. I've not seen it. I'm literally testing it for the first time in front of your eyes right now. So this is literally going to be like first impressions, because I didn't want anyone's opinion to sway me or anything like that. All I've heard and seen on Instagram, where I couldn't really avoid it, is that there's a new concealer and everyone's comparing it to Tarte Shape Tape. Am I making sense here? Oh, and by the way, who likes my new setting and my backdrop? What do you think? Please let me know down below. I've switched it up a little bit. I personally really like it, so let me know what you think. But anyway, back onto this review. So I actually got sent a few shades of this concealer, and they're mostly like medium toned ones, so I'm working with what I've got. I haven't actually been to Superdrug and tested them out, but from what I've seen online and all of that, the shade range is so good, and I believe they added more shades to the line just like after it was released anyway, so it's very inclusive. So yeah, I've got 4 of the shades, and hopefully I'll be able to test all 4 shades within this makeup, and I will do a little shade comparison of the Tarte Shape Tape. I only have Tarte Shape Tape in one shade, and I use this to conceal under my eyes and highlight around the face, so when I get to that step with the Makeup Revolution concealer, that's when this bad boy will come in and we can compare. So I'm going to use the shade C11 to cover up any discoloration around my face, because this concealer's got a slight orange tint to it. I can see like the peachy undertone, and I think this would also be quite good for correcting underneath the eyes as well. Do you know what? Let's just take some under the eyes as well. Why not? As you blend it out, the orange undertone really comes out a bit more. Like, it's not that obvious when you put it on, but as you blend it, there's definitely the undertone coming out a lot stronger. I feel like they dry quite fast. Maybe I need to work quicker with them, or apply it in one area and then blend. Yeah, that's very orange. Very orange. That's definitely a corrector tone for me anyway. And that is C11. So I'm now just really quickly going to apply some foundation as I normally would. Like, this is the order that I would normally apply my makeup in. This is the Vanish Stick foundation, guys, in the shade Golden Tan, for anyone that wants to know. But I'm literally just going to apply this, and I'll blend this off camera and I'll be back. So foundation is on, and just to test a face concealer shade, I've got the shade C12, and just for the purpose of this video, to be extra to test the shades, I'm just going to take it around my mouth again, just because I always feel like the discoloration there is just not cute. I'm also going to take it around my nose. Okay, looking at it in the mirror, it's not a bad shade, but again, it's quite orange. It doesn't look too bad, but it definitely has got a slight orange undertone. So the theme that is running through these concealers so far is that they're quite orange, but that's better than them being pink, which drugstore concealers normally are very pink, and we complain about them being pink. So if it's a bit more orange, it's okay, girl, we can work with orange. Pink, no. Okay, so that was C12. So on to highlighting my face, I'm going to use the shade C10. And now this is where I'm going to add Tarte Shape Tape in. So I'm going to put Tarte Shape Tape only on this side, and then I'm going to put Makeup Revolution on this side. I used the shade Medium in Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and here we go with C10 in Makeup Revolution. The shade kind of reminds me of ginger, and then I'm going to highlight the rest of my face with the Makeup Revolution one, as I normally would, so in all of the usual places. So in terms of shade comparison with Tarte Shape Tape and the Makeup Revolution one, you can see, well, I hope you can see, that the Tarte Shape Tape is a little bit warmer, whereas the Makeup Revolution concealer is slightly lighter, and I feel like the undertone is again a little bit like peachy. So I'm gonna blend it out and see what it looks like. I like it. It's just a little bit peach for me, but at the same time it's really not that bad. Like, it's really not that bad. It's not that deep. The difference is minimal. It's just a slight undertone. Sorry if I keep looking here, it's because my mirror's here and I'm just trying to like look at it. And really, if I just look like this, like if we didn't know Tarte Shape Tape was on this side of my face, I think we'd all be cool with this, right? I wouldn't be mad. And I feel like the Tarte Shape Tape, although it is very full coverage and it dries down to be a matte concealer, also like the Makeup Revolution one claims to do as well, I feel like you have a bit more playtime with the Tarte Shape Tape, and Makeup Revolution concealer, you've got to work a little bit quicker with it. Before I move on, this is the shade C10 that we just highlighted with. Right, moving on to contour, I've got the shade C14, which is a nice deep tone, and I love that they've got a good range in deep tones as well. We all need a shade. We need to include everyone, and the drugstore especially need to do more of it. I don't know why they don't. I just think it's freaking rude. Now, because I've realized that you need to work quickly with this, I'm going to blend it out one section at a time rather than applying it all over, just because I already know that that's how to work with this concealer. Some people like to go for more of like a bronzer shade, but I like to go for a dark contour when I'm cream contouring especially. Okay, I really like that. That worked really nicely into the skin when you blend it out quickly. So I'll just show you again. As you can see, that took literally seconds to blend that out beautifully. So I think the quicker you work with this concealer, the better. So that was the shade C14. Okay, so that is all the cream contour blended out, as well as cream highlighting, concealing, and all the rest of that. And I'm just taking my usual Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Sorry, I'm looking for my brush. And I always like to heavily apply my powder, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. It's no different this time. Makeup Revolution, you're gonna get the same treatment. So if I just compare the two now, with like freshly putting powder on it, I have to say that the Makeup Revolution one, it takes the powder just fine. However, it does look a little drier underneath my eyes. Like, it looks slightly more crepey underneath the eyes. And even right here where I did put the concealer and then the powder on top, again it looks slightly dry there. So I'm just going to spritz my face with my MAC Fix Plus to see if it works a little bit better now. I would usually do this step anyway, whether it was crepey or not, it looked powdery or not. I generally like to do this step anyway, but Fix Plus or facial sprays like this generally can fix a problem like this. So let's see if this is going to fix it. If this doesn't fix it, then we're screwed basically. I'm just gonna let that soak in and do the rest of my makeup, and I will be back to finish this review and comparison off. So now I've done my makeup, I allowed the setting spray to just work its magic and whatnot. I feel like the concealer underneath my eyes has definitely improved with putting a bit of Fix Plus on there, or any kind of facial spray. You can use the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 spray as well. That one's a really nice one. Anything like that is really gonna save you from that crepey kind of look, and that's just with any concealer and powder, not just this one. And now I've done all my makeup and all of that, I really can't tell the difference between the Tarte Shape Tape side and the Makeup Revolution side. There's literally barely a difference in the two under eyes. If you can see a difference, like, you tell me, but I really can barely see one. The only difference I can see between the concealers is the fact that the Tarte Shape Tape side is a smidge smoother under the eyes, but the Makeup Revolution concealer, it dries down to a matte just a little bit quicker. Also, I'd just be a little bit wary of the undertones with this concealer. However, because they've got such an amazing shade range, I'm sure everyone will be able to find something that works for them. This is what both of the concealers look like side by side. So you can see the packaging is very similar. I actually really love the look of the Makeup Revolution one. The packaging at the drugstore is normally a little bit cheapy, but this looks and feels a little bit high end, so I really like that. But there is quite a jump in how much product you get. So with Tarte Shape Tape, you get 10 mils of concealer, and with the Makeup Revolution one, you are getting 3.4 mils. So it's quite a significant like difference in how much product you get. but for £4, it's really not that bad. Like, it's really not that bad. And considering the concealer is actually very full coverage, a little bit is going to go a long way. In terms of the applicator, they both have very similar large doe foot applicators, which I really love. The Tarte one right here is slightly larger than the Makeup Revolution one. All in all, am I going to throw my Tarte Shape Tape concealer away and never buy it again? No, I still very much love this concealer. This is one of my favorite concealers ever, and I do see myself repurchasing it. However, I can totally get away with not wearing this as an everyday concealer. It is full coverage, but for a fraction of the price, I can get that with something very similar in the Makeup Revolution concealer. I have to say, this is probably a new drugstore favorite concealer ever. The only other drugstore concealer that I love is the LA Girl concealer, but this is definitely on par with that. Honestly, for what you're paying and what you get, it's so worth using this, buying this, rebuying it, wearing it all the time. And like I said, the shade range is so good that I'm able to buy a multiple number of concealers to do different things, and it still won't amount to one concealer, which is amazing. So here's just a little reminder of the shades. So we have C11, C12, C14 and C10, and here is Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium right next to C10, which is what I use to highlight. So guys, that is my review, my comparison, my demo on the new Makeup Revolution concealers. If you haven't tried them, definitely give them a go, see if you like them. Let me know if they've worked for you, if they haven't worked for you. I want to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Also, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you like it, and if you want any more first impression videos. I think this is my first ever first impression comparison video. Like, I've never ever done a review where I haven't tested it thoroughly before, so this is the first time I'm literally just testing it on camera and giving you my honest opinion. So let me know if you like this style of video and you want more. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss when I upload. Oh, but before I let you go, don't forget to follow me on Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter. Everything will be down below in the description box, so do check that out. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.